Hey Besiegers, how you doing today? Okay, we've got a race special today because we're going to spend a lot of time racing around the compound with vehicles that people have sent in to me, and we've got up to all sorts of jinks. First off, I want to start off with this guy though. I set myself a challenge of making a Curiosity rover type drop vehicle that would drop a little rover right at the foot of the grav pad, and then the rover itself has to take off and everything gets automated, everything runs on the one cube. So what you're seeing is the landing apparatus, the sky crane I think they used to call it. It clicks off on its on the pins that are holding it up, and then it fires up its rockets exactly the same time, and it drops the winches. So the whole thing happens automatically at the same time, and then the little cart comes down and starts to run. So I didn't even know if I could do it or if it would work at first. What I really wanted to do was drop it from the sky, from the top of the box all the way down, but I'll maybe do that in the next one because that's a big degree of difficulty greater. But anyway, I managed to get it done, and it makes it all the way around, and it goes through the lasers, and I thought, yeah, that's not too bad for a quick challenge. It took me start to finish about an hour and a half, 2 hours, so it's quite easy. There's a run through tutorial on how I built that at the very end. There's no voiceover on it, it's just a quick speeded up thing, and it's very easy to build for anybody, especially for beginners who are maybe interested in it. So there you go. It looks good as it takes off into the sky, and it's great. Just again, put the cameras wherever you want so that you can flick back and forward between the ground vehicle and the sky crane itself taking off. Piece of cake. Really wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I found that the best thing to do when you're making the automaton cube for these kind of vehicles, is that if you set all your turning speeds to a second on the commands, and then adjust the blocks themselves so that they will turn within a second, rather than using the frames and everything else. It's much easier if you get it just down to chunks of 1 second, and you can input all the data as quick as you like, and it does the job. Alrighty, so what I thought next is we'll multiply them up, and we'll stick some weapons on them, because ultimately what I want to do without the sky crane is have machines circling the compound firing at each other, yeah? A sort of hostile pursuit type game environment. I was thinking that maybe they would start at either end of the compound, and then the idea is to try and catch each other up, like in track cycling pursuit, you know, the way you go round and round and try and catch the other guy up, but with guns, bombs, missiles, anything. So that's what we're going to be looking at in future episodes. This was just a little test to see if I could do it and how it would look. And yeah, definitely doable. Totally and absolutely doable. So let me know if you want to take part in that, if you think it'd be a good idea, or any rules or anything you think I should do, and we'll have a go at it. I might just pull some machines off of Steam and put cubes on them, weaponize them, and have them chase each other just as a demonstration. But if you want to send some in, this is a good one. Wait, see, this guy gets it here. Nice clean kill. There you go. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Alright, so as he just speeds around for the last time, we're going to be going into the races now. And I got a few entrants, but there was a few problems with this. As I would put cubes on them all, I couldn't. Anyway, before we get to the cubes, have a look at this. Hey, check this bad boy out. Last week somebody made a supersonic office chair. I thought I would have a go at an angle poise lamp, you know, the kind as in Pixar kind of thing. It turned out to be way harder than what I thought. I mean, I had to give it some kind of assist with the little air blocks at the bottom to get it to stabilise itself, and it didn't always do that. But it's a work in progress, and I had some fun with it. But, yeah, it's, like I say, it was a lot trickier than what I thought, which is get it to stop falling over or to get it to some decent kind of speed. But there you go, my angle poise lamp, my Kia style. And of course, it's got not an ordinary bulb in it, it's got a laser. I'll get some roast sheep going here. And it just comes into range and no more, just catch him. There you go. So yeah, it wasn't that difficult to build, it was just difficult to control, that was it. So again, maybe give it another go, let me know what you think. Anyway, I thought it would be a bit of a laugh to try and get this to race, so I multiplied it up and put it outside the lasers, and then when I tried it in a normal position, the bent over position, they just went all over the place, it wouldn't work at all. So that was a bit of a loss. So I thought, I know, we'll put them in the standing up position and see how they got on from there. And that wasn't too bad. That was a bit of a success. There you go. It looks crazy. Sort of John Cleese walking over the... Okay, as we watch this first guy go around, in which is a really awesome machine, it's got really nice return to centre steering on it, I discovered that there was one problem. I'd said to everybody I could put the automatron on your machine for you, but a lot of machines just can't take it. Anything that's got any kind of drift, yeah, or a lot of wheel spin, or just moves about all over the place, it just doesn't work because too much error creeps into the program and the things just don't get finished. This is me driving this one. I finally got a cube on it, but it took me a long time, and this is a good machine, this is quite a precise one. But there's a lot of wheel spin in it, a lot, so it became quite erratic. And even though it should have done better than what it does, at least I got one sort of time out of it. So and it got me started. But that's the only one of people's machines that sent in that I put a cube on. All the rest were myself and Algae. So far there's just 4 of us, yeah, and that's the initial turn. The rest are all on later as manually controlled vehicles. Anyway, this is Algae's run, and away he goes. Now you can see it's a really tight vehicle. It's really well made, and he did all his own programming for this one. So, and the other thing is this is really tweakable as well. He'll score, a certain time on this run, but you could tweak that one all day long and get faster and faster times out of it. So build yourself a nice solid vehicle like that, preferably with return to centre steering like this. This is an ideal vehicle. So you got 22. I actually got a 20. He had got 25. I got a 22 using his at one point, but I never got it recorded. This is me here. I've taken invincibility off mine, so I've downgraded the power a little bit. Not much though. Everything else is just running perfect now. So again, go for those. Use those cart wheels rather than any other wheels, and attach them to power wheels. That's your best bet. It really is. And a quick break from the racing again. This is an interesting glitch I came up with when I was building the train a few episodes back. If you take a brace and you put it up to certain sizes in the scaling, it will float above whatever object it is you were trying to put it on. All you do is you just highlight it and then lift it up and move it up and down until you find the point at which it won't stick anymore. But it sticks quite high. And not only that, is you can then put blocks onto it. And not only that, but you can then put another layer of braces onto top of that again, as you can see with this. And the whole thing floats mysteriously. So it really is, it's quite a cool glitch. So we got to the point where it had 3 vehicles that all had cubes on them that could race together. I could not get Jiggly Waffles to race with anybody because there was some kind of glitch in the system that anytime I tried it, it was refusing to run. But these 2 guys had a good go at each other. Gave it a couple of laps, and Algae won both of them. But again, it was me that programmed that other vehicle, and I struggled with it. So I take full responsibility for the failures there because it's a perfectly good machine. And I started Algae at the back because Algae's machine was a lot quicker, and it was, as you can see, he just overtakes it right away. He's got it well programmed. It's nice and tight on the corners, as you'll see in the solo time trial, and it makes a really good job of it. It comes all the way around. So this is the kind of vehicle you need to build. You need to build something that's flat on the ground, yeah, that does not have reaction wheel steering. It has return to centre steering, and it just doesn't jump about all over the place like my own good vehicles here. So this is us in the threesomes now, and this was the best. This was the highlight of the whole racing episode that I'm doing here, because this was great fun to make, great fun to watch in film and edit, because you can catch them from all sorts of crazy angles. We all took a turns of spinning out. There's me, I've just hit the wall there. So they are quite erratic. It's not as if it does look at this, whoa, and you think Algae's going to make it this time. Look, he's just heading up to the line, and the grav pad gets him and then just crushes him. Awesome. Again, lots of camera angles. It's just, you can't tell you how much fun this is. So this is just a demonstrator, but that gives, I mean, that's 4 of us. We're off. We've got times up on the board now. You've got times to beat, and you know what kind of vehicles work and what kind of vehicles do not work. So no reaction wheel turning. You must have proper turning. You must have invincibility switched off. You cannot use any propulsion. There's a vehicle coming up where you'll see where it's got air blocks to propel it. Can't use that anymore, right? It must be wheel driven. So wheel driven, no reaction wheel turning, and no invincibility. And we'll see how we get on with there. Okay, on to the time trials. Oops. And this is the manual time trials, and this is General Banana with his F1 Bro vehicle. Now, as you can see straight away, he likes to put the bananas into the vehicle as well because it's a bit bendy in the middle. I don't know where you're going with those 3 wheels, bro, but it's a nice machine. It goes okay, but it just drifted way too much for me to put a cube on it. I would lose those 3 wheels and I would go with 2 1 powered and 1 wagon wheel on there and get a scale tool going on it. But yeah, and stiffen the frame up as well, and then come back at me with another entrant. No problem. There you go. It comes in manually at 3603. Alright, on to the next one. And this is Sets. Yeah, he's well known for building very fast machines. Usually they've got suspension and stuff on them, but unfortunately he's using this reaction wheel steering, which I am now banning officially because it's just the blocks don't work with it and it's crazy, and we want to keep it to an extent more looking like real life cars, you know. So from now on it will only be actual steering. Whether it's returned to centre or not, he got 12 seconds. I know that he got 11. This is Lucas, again from the Slack team, and this is his little mini Lamborghini, which is quite a cool little guy. I'm not sure if it loaded up properly because the front wheels are very wobbly and loose. I don't know if they're supposed to do that or not. Anyway, he made it round, and he was looking good while he was doing it as well, so it was very car shaped. I might actually run a competition just for copy cars, you know, like saloon cars, etc., and see how that goes, because there's lots of them out there. But hey, there you go, one tiny mini little Lamborghini. Now, the next one is, I think, Noah, and then a bunch of numbers. And I took the propellers, the air blocks off of this because it was all over the place, couldn't control it. But like I say, you're using the reaction. No, you're using tank steering here, and that's no good either. We only want genuine steering, hinged steering, or steering block steering from now on, like a real car. But good time. And this last one is Jun Jet. Again, he doesn't make it through in the real classifications because he's using propulsion as well. He's using air blocks to speed himself forward. But I thought you would like to see it anyway because it's an awesome machine. There's a lot going on in there. There's links to all these in the description, and you can download them and try them for yourself. This one I got the best crash out of as well. Watch this. Yes. So that was a pretty goddamn good machine. That's it. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye.